right, so Corvette fun is over. back to our regularly scheduled Kia programming, and this car's nice. I mean, I hate saying that because, like,
I-210 East.
You know, you would think that I would drive the Corvette and say, wow, I wish I could drive that to work. No, not really. I mean, because, like, this drive isn't fun. It's just not, you know. So I need something boring and quiet, and that's what this is. But I mean, it's good enough. Like, it's not terribly boring, but like it does what I need it to. So when I was backing out of my driveway this morning, I heard a pretty nasty little crunch. I don't know what's going on. It's something coming from, like, up here, and I mentioned it in a couple other videos how every now and then it'll make a funny sound going over a bump, and so there's something. I don't know if there's maybe like a bushing or something that they didn't put enough torque on. It's funny because driving it, nothing feels loose. Everything feels, you know, just totally fine. It's just every now and then, like at low speeds, I'll go over a bump and it'll go kind of irk. So I don't know what that is. Ball joint.
Use the left 4 lanes to continue straight.
Similar to what I'm experiencing in my LS400, but a little louder. So I'm slightly concerned about that, and I do need to get to the bottom of it. I may go to the dealership tomorrow. I don't want to. I just, you know, this car has been in the dealership enough. I need to charge my iPad. I totally forgot. Luckily, my wife's phone is USB-C, so I'm good. Got that cable. Yeah, I don't really want to go back. Car was there for a month, and I think that's long enough. But
onto I-210 East.
I have kind of a lot of miles to do in the next couple of weeks, and I mean, when do I not? That's kind of the
straight on for
the theme of this channel.
I-210 East.
But yeah, I just need to figure out a way to get that in. I think tomorrow is probably going to be my best option, rather than doing something fun. It's a rare day off, so I kind of don't want to spend it going back and forth to the dealership. And they're so slammed, I don't know when they'll even get to my car. And I kind of need this thing to save me some gas money, which it's been doing for the last week and a half, whatever, since I got it back. So I don't know. I'll keep you posted, see what I decide to do. It may be something that, if it doesn't seem to be getting worse, then maybe I'll just wait until my next oil change and just have them look it over then. Of course, that means I have to go back to Glendale for the oil change instead of Valencia. And Valencia, hands down, a better experience for the oil change. You know, they just seem to have it. They have that part of their business like really well organized and kind of streamlined. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. So what I was kind of curious about today is, like, I have many miles to cover and not a lot of time to get there. So, which I know, how is today different than any other? I mean, today is different because I spent the morning taking my son for breakfast and cruising in the Corvette, and that was awesome. So, you know, I wouldn't be in such a hurry if I hadn't done that, but we needed to do that. Just, that's all there is to it. So here I am, got to push the Kia a little bit. Right now I'm on a downhill stretch, so I'm kind of just like on and off the throttle, just to kind of accelerate and coast, you know, and that's how I'm gonna pinch as many miles as I can out of the EV charge, while still, you know, let's just say I'm not slowing anybody down on the freeway. So we'll see like what the gas mileage looks when I finally get to where I'm going. So we're looking just a hair under 56 miles per gallon right now, average. And 406 miles on the tank. We're still sitting just like 2 of my hairs above the halfway point on the tank. 39 miles per hour average, 10 hours, 18 minutes of drive time. So these are the times when I say, man, the plug-in thing, yeah, it's worth it. Because, you know, that's a lot of miles. I mean, just to go 406 miles on a tank is pretty good. And then when you consider that that's probably 6 or 7 gallons, pretty good. Now, I'm not sure how many kilowatt hours that is. I don't remember how much I plugged in, but it was at least once per drive, sometimes twice per drive. So, I mean, that part of it is not free, but you don't feel it the same way that you feel, say, a 4-liter V8 that runs on premium. You know, that 100 miles on that hurts a lot more than 100 miles of plug-in, or 100 miles of 36, 37 miles per gallon. You know, so really a admirable car for what it can do. And also, even though like this is a 2018, it's not that old, in terms of like hybrid technology, plug-in technology, EV technology, and just regular gas cars, 2018 was a long time ago. And I feel like, so I mean, what is that, 3 years, almost 4 years? And really the design predates that. So I mean, you're talking probably 5, 6, 7 years even. So think about how how far technology can go in that amount of time. I mean, if you had an iPhone from 4 years ago, I'm sure it would work fine, but it wouldn't be, you know, you wouldn't get the same kind of performance out of that as you would get from like the new 13 Pro Max, for example. So, you know, even though fundamentally the iPhone, gosh, this guy, he talks so much. He talks more than me. Not true. But if you think about like how much the iPhone has changed, it fundamentally does the same thing, right? Like 4 years ago, it had a camera, it had email messaging and all of that, and it could run all kinds of different apps and multitask and etc. But you think about like how much better the new iPhone does that. You know, I mean, to some would say it's a negligible difference. I would argue like it does feel like a pretty significant upgrade. I mean, good example, I bought an iPhone 8 Plus when it was fairly new, and I think that was 2018. And I had my 8 Plus and loved it. I used it a bunch. And when I got this is my 12 Pro Max. I mean, it really felt like, I was afraid it wasn't going to feel like an upgrade. I was afraid I was spending some money and it would just be a little faster or whatever, but like, it was a noticeable upgrade. Like the sound is better, you know, volume is louder, the bass is deeper, the pictures are better, the videos are better. Like it does everything the old one did, but just better in every way, you know? And I think with car technology, you're looking at the same thing. So a plug-in car from 2021 versus a plug-in car from 2018, you know, there's a difference. Same with like the hybrids, you know, the newer Toyotas are just turning in some insane gas mileage numbers just on their regular hybrids. I'm genuinely impressed. The other car that kind of interested me that I just happened to see in a parking lot the other day was the Hyundai Santa Fe plug-in, and I didn't even know that was a thing, man. That really, you know, that got me interested. Especially like for my next car, if they become cheap enough. Because, you know, I don't want to spend 40 something on a car. I just can't, you know, that's just not possible right now. Maybe in a year, who knows? So here's something I don't like to do, and that is like get into the internal combustion engine at full throttle. That's killing my gas mileage, but sometimes you have to do that just to, you know, get in the appropriate lane. This is one of those peculiar interchanges where you kind of have to go from the far right and move all the way over to the left in order to grab the carpool lane. And for where I have to go and what I have to do today, that's going to be a game changer. I just love my sticker. I know I've said it before, but the HOV solo thing is just great. The only time that like HOV doesn't work out so well is like you're rolling along, everything's great, and then you'll get Mr. Magoo just hops in front of you and goes like 60, you know. And I understand, but at the same time, like, you know, this lane is supposed to be here so that those of us that want to save some time can actually save some time. So if you're going slower than the other lanes, like, why are you here? And so, like, there's somebody in front of me, and granted, they're not going slow, but they're not really going faster than the other lanes. And I just don't, and I don't see two heads. I just see one head in the car, and it's not a plug-in car. It's just like a Chevy Cruze. So I'm a little irritated with that. So far we've got 48 miles to go to where I need to be. So I've been a little aggressive on the pedal here. So let's see what 56.4 miles per gallon. Ugh, hate that bump every time, and that one. So we'll see how it is. Like, I'm just sitting a little bit over the halfway point in terms of EV charge. So it's saying I can go another 13 miles. I don't know if that's true, but it might be. So once that's depleted, we're going to be burning some gasoline and see how that affects everything. So I am in a hurry, but I will try and check in at least when I get off the freeway. We'll see what the MPG numbers are looking like. All right, friends, as promised, just a quick little update. So 55.6 miles per gallon, really not bad. And I mean, you know, we were moving pretty good there. So yeah, not bad at all. Car performed really, really well. And I was, as always, very pleased with that. So I got to run in, but we made it. Looks like, in any case, 460 miles on the tank. And there are the stats, my friends. So I better tie my shoes and run in. Looks like we can do another 214 miles. And I feel like I have bent time today. This is pretty good. Managed to get it all in, and I'm not late. So anyway, talk soon. All right, friends. So I didn't plug in, and I drove back to my area. 51.7 miles per gallon, 517.7 miles on the tank. We're going to go ahead and reset that because I just filled up. So I had that issue again where I had to kind of guess when the car was full, which is really a drag. I really hate doing that. And I did have to kind of top off the tank till it clicked because I just couldn't tell if I was full. So I had to turn the car onto the accessory position and do it that way and like check the gauge. So it is full. So, you know, that's probably another thing I'll bring up the next time I take the car in. This driveway is really nasty. There's kind of a high spot right here, and then it just dips straight down. So you have to take it at an angle. But like, I've scraped the floor of my Corvette on that, and I've scraped the nose of the Corvette on that, and I've scraped the nose of this car too. And this car has pretty good ground clearance. Oh, I'm clear. Ugh. It's just nasty, man. Yeah, the speed limit's like 35, and this dude's just driving super fast. Wow, there's a lot to take in there on that. What is that? It's a Subaru. Wow. I don't mean to body shame, but that thing's ugly. That's just straight up ugly. And the exhaust, man. No, thank you. Not feeling the love on that at all. I'm sorry. It's been a long day. I guess I'm just feeling a little extra spicy. And maybe I'm always a little spicy after I have to pay for more gas. Carpool lane. So anyway, and this is a part of the drive where, like, let me see, did I reset it? It's 530 miles of range. Now, truth be told, I probably could have driven this car another day without filling up, but you know, we're in Southern California. As my wife reminds me, like, you never know, you know, if there's a natural disaster of some sort, and we tend to get almost all varieties of natural disasters here. And I know those of you that don't live in California will just say, like, well, you guys deserve it. Well, okay. I mean, I don't think so, but whatever. That's a discussion for a different channel. I like it here, and one of the downsides is that, yes, sometimes bad things happen. But bad things happen everywhere. Our weather is nice almost every day, which, you know, most people can't say about where they live. Like, it's 68 degrees right now. It's absolutely beautiful. Like, this would be a great night for a convertible. Put on a light jacket, a little hat. Just perfect. You know, maybe some hot cocoa or hot tea, hot coffee, whatever. It'd be such a nice night for a cruise. Can't remember where I was going with this. Oh yeah, so the reason why I filled up is just purely because you never know, and you know, this would definitely be a car to save in case. But it's funny, you know, every time I leave that gas station, I have to hop back on the freeway, and you can see, hello, 23.7 miles per gallon. So, which, like, in the Lexus would be amazing, but but in this car, like, it's not so good. 23.9 miles per gallon now. So I mean, by the time I get home, that number is going to be, I don't know if it'll be any higher. Probably not much. You know, when I've used this car just strictly highway cruising, no plugging in, you know, we'll average out somewhere between 34 or 37 miles per gallon, depending upon how fast I drive. Which is really, you know, pretty economical. It's just not, you know, it's not in the Toyota Prius territory. Or maybe even the Corolla or Camry hybrid, I don't know. But man, it's pretty good for me. And it's 87 octane, so I like that. Haven't heard that noise in the suspension since this morning. So I'm really baffled by what that could be. There's definitely something, so I do need to get it figured out. But yeah, I have a feeling if I call the dealership tomorrow and say, hey man, like, there's this noise, I feel like they're gonna say, well, you know, you can leave it here, but we're not gonna look at it. That's what I surmise. Like I said, we'll see. I might at least call them and see what they say. Maybe they can fit me in for Friday. That might be the way to go. I don't know. Any case, I'm gonna finish up my drive here. As always, I really appreciate all of the comments, the likes, the shares, and and the new subscribers, and those of you that have been here, thank you. You know, we're as I'm filming this, and this is probably going to be a week or two out before you see it, but we're almost, and I know it sounds silly to be so excited about this because it's a small number, but we're almost at 100 subscribers. I think I'm at like 93 or 94 as of today, and I'm just super excited that, you know, every new subscriber I get at this point, I'm excited about. And those of you that are new, thank you so much. I sure hope that as this channel grows, I'll be able to do more and more things that are fun for me and fun for you. And we're going to go on this adventure together. So thank you for tuning in, and I will see you in the, I can't even talk. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you in the next one. Take care.